We're talking three major games today. We're talking Watch Dogs, infamous Second Son, and Titanfall. These are major next generation console video games. And we're going to talk about the news pertaining to these video games. You're watching Gaming Level with Aiden, and it starts right now. On YouTube, this is me, Aiden, and you're watching Gaming Level. And I just want to say thank you guys so much for watching the debut. I've listened and seen your feedback, and hopefully this episode goes a little bit more smoothly than the last one. But we got a lot to talk about today. Like I said in the intro, we're talking three major games today. We're talking Watch Dogs, infamous Second Son, and Titanfall. I am excited for all three of these video games, but there is some controversy pertaining to two of the three. I will get into that, but first I want to talk to you guys about following me on Twitter. Yeah, you thought I was going to go right into the video games? No, not yet. But yes, follow me on Twitter. This is the only way you're going to know exactly when we're doing our videos. And also, I might just post up a couple of news updates that I just really don't want to put in a video. So we're going to talk about that, and while you're at it, you might as well hit that subscribe button below, and we're going to get into it, alright? Without further ado, let's talk about Watch Dogs. Ever since the gameplay demo of Watch Dogs hit YouTube, there's been a lot of controversy, and people have been freaking out. And mainly because of the visuals. The visuals have decreased since E3 2012. Look where we are right now. We're at 2014. So they had 2 years to get this right. Too bad, because it didn't work out the way we wanted graphically. Now, keep in mind, there are a lot of other bad things pertaining to Watch Dogs. But hopefully that doesn't deter you from picking up this game in May. I'm going to talk about those other things as well as the graphical decrease. So, one thing I wanted to talk about, other than the graphical decrease, is that the fact that everybody remembers that Aiden Pierce, who's the main character of Watch Dogs, has a baton. Now, if you were expecting Grand Theft Auto aspects and Saints Row aspects where you could just go around hitting anybody with your weapon, that's not going to happen. That's not going to happen, because the baton only works against enemies. Now, what if a civilian is considered an enemy? What if a civilian hits you across the head? Apparently, you won't be able to hit them back. Well, not with the baton, rather. It is still not confirmed if you could shoot them, but you can't hit them with the baton. It only works on enemies. Sadly, that's not going to work. Also, I want to talk about this. This is the big one that a lot of people are very upset about. I don't quite understand this one either, but let's talk about it. You know how you're driving in your car in a video game, mind you. You're driving in your car in a video game, and you see somebody, and you can, boom, shoot them. Yeah, you're not going to be able to do that either. Okay? So, driving and shooting doesn't work in Watch Dogs either. Now, Ubisoft did try and clarify and rectify the situation by explaining why you can't drive and shoot. You will not be able to drive and shoot because they want you to rely on the stealth aspects and the hacking mechanics that make Watch Dogs so special. So, yeah, I guess I understand what they mean by that. I mean, this is a stealth-like game. They kind of want you to peek around corners and take cover and try and get through the map without having to shoot people. You just use your hacking mechanics. I get it. I get it. That's okay. I'm cool with that. And another thing, if you guys were expecting blood and gore, you're not going to get it in this game either. Yes, blood does happen in the cinematics, but as far as the gameplay, no, you're not going to get that either. So, there are a lot of notable things that have disappointed people pertaining to Watch Dogs, and it doesn't get me to run off to Best Buy or GameStop and cancel my pre-order. I'm not going to do that. game is still going to go into my personal library. I'm extremely excited for this game. Blood and gore don't matter to me much. I mean, what matters to me is the gameplay and the action. If you can keep me entertained throughout that whole video game, you got me. I'm sold. But a lot of people have been canceling their pre-orders for this game. And hopefully you don't. And hopefully this doesn't make you run off to the nearest video game store and cancel your pre-order. So hopefully that doesn't happen. But for all of you, I will be picking this game up when it hits in May. So make sure you do your research. Make sure you keep it right here on Game Level, where we're going to keep talking about Watch Dogs. I'm sure there's going to be a lot more information pertaining to Watch Dogs in the next coming weeks and months. And keep in mind, we also have GDC coming up really soon. So maybe they'll talk about Watch Dogs then. We never know. So, with Watch Dogs out of the way, we're going to get into Infamous Second Son. Now, I am also highly anticipating Infamous Second Son. This game hits this month, and I can't wait. I might do a playthrough of this. I don't know. I might. Now, with Infamous, I am not that good of a video game player. So, guys, if I mess up, just, yeah, just help me out a little bit. Alright? But don't quote me on this. There is no guarantee, but I might do a playthrough and walkthrough of Infamous Second Son. But straying away from that, I want to talk about the game and the controversy, or I don't know if I want to say controversy. That may be messing it up. But I do want to talk about the information pertaining to Infamous Second Son. Now, Infamous Second Son has a lack of day and night cycle. Now, you're probably like, what? Well, you know how open world games normally go from day and night? Well, that's not the case, really, in Infamous. Now, recently, Chris Zimmerman, who is a worker for Xbox and Sucker Punch, had a live stream. And in his live stream conversation in his chat, he did explain the reasoning for this. Now, the reasoning is that they have a lot of differentiation throughout Seattle, because Seattle is where this game takes place. And so it does have day/night cycle, but not in the way that we picture a day and night cycle. The day and night cycle is driven by the story itself. So as you progress in the story, it will change from day and night. But they do have different weather conditions. So I guess we can expect to see some rain elements somewhere in the video game. I don't know. I'm super stoked for this. I can't wait to see more and hear more about Infamous. That's why you got to keep it right here on Gaming Level, so we can cover all of it for you. But moving on to one of the massive games. This game is going to be massive. I think that this game is actually going to beat Call of Duty. Hey, don't quote me. Alright, next I want to talk about this major game. Everybody should know what game I'm talking about at this point. We're talking about Titanfall. Titanfall is going to be a system seller for the Xbox One. Mark my words. This is going to just crush Call of Duty. I'm calling it. But if you guys had the opportunity to play the Titanfall beta, I know you guys are super excited for this video game, just like me. I feel as though this game is going to be massive, okay? But the game isn't even out yet, and there is already a major announcement that's going to take place at South by Southwest on March 10th. Now, I wanted to talk about that because during the latest podcast by Major Nelson, The event will include an announcement on the future of Titanfall. Now keep in mind, we haven't even handled the present, and they're already talking about the future of Titanfall. Now, keep in mind, this could be anything. We could get like maybe more DLC, a whatever. That leaves a vague answer. But it goes on to say here that Jeff Rubenstein, he actually posted on his Twitter that Respawn will be unveiling an amazing new collaboration in the Titanfall universe. So, what kind of collaboration? We can only wait. That's all we can do. Now, if you're in Austin, Texas, you will be able to go to this event. It will be at South by Southwest, March 10th. I'm going to say that one more time. South by Southwest on March 10th. Now, for the rest of us that are not in Austin and can't get to this, what is going to be an amazing event, we'll just have to watch it on Twitch. So you might have to go to the Xbox One stream and watch the live stream on Twitch. And that happens on March 10th, 11 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Pacific. So mark your calendars, because that's going to be a major event. I thank you guys so much for watching me. That is all of the time that I have for you today. Make sure you check me out every Saturday, where I'm going to give you an update on what's happening in gaming. Also, I want to make sure, I got to say it another time, make sure you're following me on Twitter at Gaming Level. And also make sure that you're hitting that subscribe button and that thumbs up. You guys will help me out a great deal. Thank you so much. And I'm going to get out of here.